Recording in progress.
We good. We good. All right. We good. We good. We good. It's all right. We good. We good. We good. It's all right. We good. We good. We good. It's all right.
Running races around the races, lap 499 and coming around.
All right. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Primarily Speaking Show, where we love to talk shit on a whole plethora of topics. I am your host with the most, man, with the gas, Mr. Poppin' Two Quarters. Let me get in that ass. He is your boy, Prime, in the motherfucking building.
No doubt. And the second voice you are hearing is Captain Carolina. But I am the total package Rick Devereaux. Right hand man to this dude right here, our fearless leader, Prime.
There you go. What's going on? Welcome back, everybody, to Primarily Speaking, man. We I think we're gonna have a short episode today. We don't got that much stuff to go over, but we're gonna go over it and we're gonna get into it, man. How's it going, man? How are you, sir?
Everything is lovely. I'm walking on sunshine right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Dolphins won this Sunday.
Finally. And
the Cowgirls got mopped up by Teddy Two Gloves and the Denver Broncos, dog. That's what I'm talking about.
They sure did. They were so bad, they take the game off the air. They were like, we don't need to watch no more of this shit.
Shut that shit down. They frauds, man. All these weeks, these Cowgirl fans been talking noise. Now they can shut the fuck up and be quiet.
Yeah, they gonna be quiet online. You ain't gonna hear no more "We Them Boys" this week. or the Super Bowl bound news, all this other shit they be saying.
Right. They lost the Super Bowl this weekend, y'all. They lost it.
Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did, brother. It was 30-8 the last time I saw the score, and it was like a minute and something left in the fourth quarter. So
I've been hoping they hold their ass to blimp.
Yeah,
Zero, zilch, nada.
They had zip before they take it off the TV. Zilch. Yeah, man.
It's all good though, man. But what's going on with you, man? How was your week, man? Let's hear it.
Week's been pretty cool, man. There ain't been too much going on this week. There was something that happened, and I already forget what the fuck it was. I was going to talk about it, and I have already forgotten what the hell it. Oh, I went to see Eternals this weekend. Went to go see that.
Yeah. How was it?
It was a good movie. It was what I come to realize is I have certain expectations for my Marvel movies, and it didn't reach my expectations, but it wasn't a bad movie. It was still a good movie. It just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I think Shang-Chi is probably better than Eternals. Yeah, I think Shang-Chi is better than Eternals.
And I kind of knew this was going to happen to Eternals because a lot of the characters in that movie, a lot of people don't know them. They ain't real household names like Captain America and Iron Man and shit like that or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you got to work these characters in, so, I mean, and
that was a lot.
I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I ain't seen it yet. I want to see it real soon, but when I first heard the reviews, I'm like, I might wait till free cable.
It wasn't bad. Like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. It was a good movie. It just I was looking for an action-packed movie, and it wasn't that. It wasn't a action movie. It was just a movie that had some action in it. You know what I'm saying? But it was good. It sets the stage for me to tell me that what Marvel is doing in this current phase is setting up for what's coming. You know what I mean? There's something coming. And I think my son even actually said this that kind of makes sense. You have to see it. If I tell you, you're gonna miss out something. So I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll save that.
I'm gonna still watch the movie. It don't matter. So.
Oh, well, they talk about the Celestials and thinking of who's gonna be the ultimate enemy, like how Thanos was the big guy in the first part, but now who's gonna be their big villain? And I think this one is going to be Galactus. I think Galactus is going to end up being the main villain that they got to defeat for this next section of Marvel. And I think that movie helps set up bringing Galactus into the picture. But we'll see. We'll see. I could be completely wrong.
That's
But
what's up.
anyway,
I hope you're right because I mean, you proved my point because not a lot of people know who Galactus is. So you know, it's an origin story. So it'll start up. It'll get hot. Probably the second or third one.
we'll see.
Everybody go, oh my God, it's one of the best Marvel movies ever.
I don't think they can make a
because they-
franchise out of it though. I don't think they can have like fucking 5 movies on the Eternals. I don't know. I don't see that personally. Maybe
Well,
a
I
sequel.
mean,
But that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I think they'll tie it into other stories though, like how Marvel do. Because it's good times for Marvel right now. I'm waiting on Morbius.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw the trailer for that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. So
But one
good
thing
things coming down the pipe from Marvel.
I did get one good nugget at the end. You know, they have the credit scenes and stuff like that. The last credit scene, it was a voice. We didn't get to see, but there was a voice for Mahershala. You know what that means? Blade.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what? And I honestly, I dig him being Blade now. I can see that now. You know, because you know me, Wes always gonna be Blade. Yeah, he always gonna be Blade. You know, that just goes without saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
He's always gonna be Blade.
I don't. Mahershala got a lot to live up to because you know Wes Snipes was a damn good Blade.
Because people forget it was that dark skinned dude Wesley Snipes that first put Marvel on the map.
The very first Marvel movie. Yep.
That's right, Blade, baby. Please
Yes,
believe
sir.
it. Don't forget it. That's right, man.
But it's
it
was
it's
good.
getting good.
It was good, man.
I'm
I'm ready to see how what Marvel's going to unfold. If only DC could fucking do anything close to the same, it would be cool.
Listen, because we talking about winners this Sunday right now. We ain't talking about DC. We talking about winners. We gonna keep the narrative of winners because DC really disappoints me, and I get really pissed off about it. But, you know,
God damn. But anyway, moving on. Let's get into the show, man. Anything else been going on this past week, sir? Before we move on.
You know what? Speaking of DC, I did see Injustice, and it was all right. I give it out of 5. I give it 2.5.
Oh, you saw it. So you a 2.5? That's all you give it?
Yeah.
What
I
didn't
like
you
how,
like?
Nightwing, definitely how Nightwing died.
Oh yeah, that was ass.
Yeah, that was real fucked up the way that happened, and the Deadwing thing. I've been like, oh,
Yeah, I don't know, but you know it's based off the video games. I'm like, who the fuck is Deadwing? I never heard of him.
Right. Yeah. And I kind of watching it, I forgot it was based off the video game.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been like, these some whack characters, but it was all right, entertainment wise, but not one of their best.
The Joker, man. That's my guy.
You see what happened to that guy too, right? You saw what happened to him. He fucked with the wrong dude on the wrong day. Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
punchline ever. No, he said, no, that's a punchline. That's my
That
guy.
dude is a jerk, man.
I love the Joker, man. Favorite villain of all time, for sure.
Yeah, and that's the thing about because everybody loves the Joker. Ain't that some shit?
He's so good. He's so maniacal that the other villains are afraid of him.
Exactly. Think about that.
They don't
They
fuck with
afraid
the
of him.
Joker. They stay off his radar, bro. But anyway, man. Anyway, let's get into some topics, man. Let's get into some shiznit. Heard a tragic story. In Houston, Texas. Travis Scott was hosting Astroworld, his annual event, and 8 people died, man. I think it was 25 people in total, yeah, that were injured, that either died or injured, man. More than a dozen people went to the hospital, man, because something broke out. I don't know what caused the breakout. They didn't put that in the article that I saw. And people at the front were getting crushed because of the surge of people trying to escape and run and this, that, and the third. And come to find out, apparently somebody was stabbing people with a syringe and injecting them with something and causing. I don't know if all 8 people that died were stuck with the syringe, but at least one person was a security guard that was trying to, hold an irate audience member, and he ended up getting stuck. And then they had to revive him with what's the drug called? Narcan? Is that what it is? Is that right? Narcan, yeah, Narcan, which is used to combat drug overdose. So it's like personally, I think it might have been fentanyl inside that syringe, but we don't know. I don't know the facts yet, so that's alleged at this point in time, man. But tragic thing that happened in Houston, Texas, over the last day or two. I think it was Thursday. This happened.
That's crazy, man. You shouldn't have to die going to a music festival. Whoever did this need to get caught and punished to the fullest extent of the law. I suggest a little leg breaking, a little waterboarding, if that's legal. I don't know if that's slippery slope or whatever, but, some real punishment need to come to this person here.
You talking capital punishment. That's what you talk about.
Yeah. You don't do no shit like that to people who just going to have a good time, man. That's like somebody trying to bomb Woodstock or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Heart goes out to those the people and the families and the person that died, the people that died, man, for real. And whoever that person was, the syringe, I hope they catch that motherfucker.
Yeah, I hope you catch a rash you can't reach, man. Straight up.
All right. Next, I want to jump into my hero of the week. There's a hero. We don't really salute heroes that much, man. Or at least speak on that. But I have a hero for the week, man, and I got to say, man, this guy, I look up to this guy a lot, man. I don't know if anybody has heard of John Eisenman. John Eisenman.
And who is John Eisenman?
John Eisenman, well, let me tell you. John Eisenman is a man from Spokane, Washington. And apparently he rescued his teen daughter from sex trafficking in Seattle and later killed her boyfriend in Airway Heights last year around October. Not only did he kill him, stuffed him in his own car and left him there in the trunk for over a year. I don't know how a car get left abandoned for over a year before anybody find out, but that's what happened, man. But he's now been arrested and charged with first-degree murder on a $1 million bond. The guy that he killed was Andrew Sorensen, 20 years old, and apparently Andrew was dating John's daughter. Took his daughter to Seattle and sold her into sex trafficking. John said, "Fuck that." He went to Seattle, went to go get his baby, and after he did that, he stayed around. He wanted to find out where Andrew was. Found out where Andrew was hanging out. Went to go confront him, and that was the last of Andrew. Now I have absolutely no sympathy for Andrew Sorensen, none whatsoever. I applaud John Eisenman for being a great father, for doing what was supposed to be done. That's a father right there. That's a motherfucking father. That man should not be arrested, man. Yeah, man, that's what's going on, man. What you got to say about this, sir? I got to hear what you got to say.
Can we get a round of applause for that young man? Give him a little something, man. He definitely deserves it.
Cling.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah. This is definitely a great story. Fathers striking back, from ignorant little dudes. First off, how you gonna try to sell your girlfriend into the sex slave business?
Your girlfriend, bro? What the fuck is that?
Right. And I knew he was some old ignorant little motherfucker, man, who probably, got the money and been trying to splurge and do all type of shit or whatever, showing off. I'm glad that this man pulled a Taken.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled a Liam Neeson.
Yes, sir.
Got his daughter into this thing. Let's go ahead and put up a GoFundMe right now for this man. Pull up this $1 million and get him out of jail.
Yeah, man.
He deserves a medal. He does not deserve to be locked up.
Hell no.
Everything he did was correct.
Nothing wrong at all, man.
Nothing at all.
Sell a man daughter into fucking sex trafficking, bro. They said when they find him in the trunk, he had zip ties on his hands and feet, mouth tape, and a bunch of puncture wounds. I said, yeah, they poking his ass.
Yeah,
but
he punished him.
But John said he hit him over the head with a cinder block and then poke him. Because he confessed to the crime. You know what was funny? The police came to his house after they found the car and somebody reported whatever. The police come to his house and he was like, yeah, that car was stolen over a year ago. And then that's all he tell him. That's all he tell him.
Right, yeah. That car was stolen over a year ago.
And I gotta give a big middle finger to his neighbor, because apparently the neighbor, he told the neighbor some details about what he had done, and the neighbor found out about the story, and then the neighbor called police and told police that it was his neighbor John that committed that crime. So man, yeah, man, that's a big middle finger to that neighbor, man. Like, how you did that? How you turn that man in behind that shit, man? Fuck that.
Right. After he confided in you, he obviously trusted you. You know, for him to tell you a story like that. You know, so boo to the neighbor, man, and I hope he catch a rat he can't reach.
I know, that? Right? Yeah, man.
Man, that's fucked up. But yeah. Big ups to that guy.
Big ups to John Eisenman, man. He's 60 years old, by the way. At 60, 59 or 60, he went out there and went and got his daughter back. So
he holding it down.
So all you bum ass niggas that don't be taking care of your daughter, a 60-year-old man went and did that. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah. And in case y'all thinking about it again, John Eisenman gonna come looking for you. That's right.
John Eisenman.
He ain't fucking around. John Eisenman. That's right.
Be more like John. I like it. All right, moving on, man. Let's get into Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers lying about his vaccine status and catching COVID, man. What's up with this guy, man? Run it down to us, man. What's going on with this guy?
Aaron Rodgers is a straight buster, man. Let me tell you. Now, comparing him to Kyrie Irving's situation is like comparing, once again, ice cream to horse shit. Because Kyrie straight up with his. He like, nah, you know, I just don't feel, you know, this vaccine shit or whatever. Aaron just flat out fucking lied.
Flat out lied.
He got asked during a press conference straight up, are you vaccinated? You know what Aaron said? I'm immunized.
That's what he said. He didn't say yeah. He said yes, I'm immunized.
Yeah, he lied. He said yes. Because my man asked him straight up. Now you gotta really dig how he did this. Because he said he thought he was smart doing this. Because my man was like, are you vaccinated? The first thing Aaron said was, yeah, I'm immunized. Which is a complete lie. And now he upset about it. But you know what, Aaron, man? Fuck you, dude. You're a diva. You really ain't all that good. I think you overrated it.
Hey, come on now. Come on. He is a great quarterback now. Come on, let's not do that.
He is a good quarterback. He won one championship off a flam year. He hasn't gotten back to the Super Bowl in a long time.
Come on, man. Get a man that's just due.
I ain't giving him nothing, man. He getting everything. He getting this whole roasting. That's what he getting, dog. Especially for lying and exposing himself to be the diva that he is. That's how I feel about Aaron. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Ooh.
Well, I agree. I don't like him for lying. I don't like him for lying about that shit, putting the boy at jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like him for that, but the man still is a good quarterback. I can't take that from him, bro.
Yeah, you see, you done going from saying great to good. Yeah, he good. He ain't great. You know, I mean, he right there with Brett Favre. You know, right there at the 5 line. He ain't an 8 or a 10. Yeah, he's 5.
Now, is there a penalty? Because, you know, he says that he claims that he's allergic to one of the ingredients that's in the mRNA vaccine. Yeah. He claims he's allergic, but if that's the case, if you could have just said you allergic, so you're unsure about taking it now or whatever. Why are you just not waiting to say you're allergic to this shit? You know what I'm saying? I don't get that.
Cause that's how you know he lying. He's still making up shit, man. Listen, come on, man. You know that's how people do when they get caught the first time. Because if that was true, that's his ultimate bailout. Like, hey, I can't take this vaccine because they got an ingredient in there that I'm allergic to.
But he could have just said that from the beginning. He ain't had to wait.
That's why it's not true. That's why he's lying still, man. He just trying to make himself look better than he trying to be holier than thou, dog. That's all. He trying to be that moral oral type dude that, oh yeah, you know, I ain't did nothing wrong. When he knows clearly he lied
definitely
to the American people, to NFL fans. He lied to his teammates. And honestly, the Green Bay Packers complicit with that shit because they know he was lying too. So they should get a draft pick taken away. Aaron Rodgers should be suspended for 6 games.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, man. Is there? I don't know if anything came out about it yet, but there should be some kind of fine, not retribution, but penalty that he got to go through or suffer because of it. I know he ain't starting today, but they say he gonna come back on the next week, on the 13th or the 14th. He gonna be back on next weekend. So,
listen, man, the NFL trying to protect their golden boy. He's the face of the league right now, and They trying to do anything they can to keep him playing on Sunday. So they go trying
Mm,
to find a way to they complicit too, man. I mean, it's all BS,
I
you
agree
know.
with
But
you. He should be out for the rest of the
yeah,
season. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he should be done. That's some bullshit, man. He absolutely violated protocol. This is I don't know any athlete so far since this whole shit started that did some shit like this. I don't know not one that just flat out lied
Yeah.
about
Just
being
lie
yeah,
about it,
but like
man.
yeah, I'm good or whatever. Because you know in the NFL they got certain protocols. They do have players that aren't vaccinated, but they keep them separate. So they got
Hmm.
like a separate place to eat, separate place to, hang out or whatever. It's separate from the vaccinated, sensible people. Yeah, I knew that, man. So he was just
I
flat
heard
out
that
breaking
shit.
protocol. Yeah, yeah, you saw what I did there. They got him on camera just walking around campus, dapping people up. He went to a party dressed as John Wick. I can't lie, the outfit was fly, dog. He had looked just like John Wick, dog. I can't lie. He did that. He did that. But at the same time, guess what? He did that. He went
Yeah,
to that party unvaccinated, man.
he did.
Putting people in danger.
That's fucked up,
And that
man.
and yeah, and that's how you got to break it down nowadays. Put it plain and simple, just plain speak. You when you doing that shit, you putting people in danger, straight up and down. Somebody could die because you out there fucking off like you special or
And
above
lying.
everybody.
Don't forget that. And
Thank you.
lying.
Yeah, he straight up lied, man. He should be out of there, man. You
Now,
know.
with him lying like that, man, it's been a little bit of talk. Your boy Jay Williams had to jump on Stephen A. because Stephen A. doesn't seem to have that same energy for Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers that he
Yeah.
had for Kyrie Irving because he been all down Kyrie Irving neck behind that shit. And when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, he's been like, well, he lied. He should be chastised. But it's what's that? Why such low energy behind it now? Like you know what I'm saying? Where all that energy at? You know what I'm saying? I think it deserved for him to come out and say the same kind of shit, have that same fucking angst or whatever. You know what I mean? Where's it at, bruh?
Hmm. Yeah. 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 You know what that is, cuz?
What?
Remember the dude? I can't remember his name. Sam Jackson character on Django. Remember when he been just talking all that noise to Mr. Candy when them boy first arrived about why Jamie been on that nag. And
Uh-huh.
for a minute he been getting in his ass. And then Mr. Candy had to snap to it. And you see how quick he changed his attitude? That's exactly what's going on right here with Stephen A. He
That's
does
your
this
guy.
all no, that's not my guy. Let me tell you something. He does this all the time, man, all the time, and he done lost a lot of fans, me included, because I did used to be a fan, but he showed his true colors, man, after a while, and
Mm-hmm.
he will go at brothers harder than he go at white cats or whatever over shit like this. And I'm glad. Hopefully, we can get Jay Will a round of applause because he deserves that. Because let me tell you something. He put Stephen A. on Front Street the other day on that episode, man,
Yeah,
and it
first
was
take,
funny
yeah.
because Stephen A. been trying to backpedal a little bit and still come off as him being ingenuine and just a bust ass type dude. Yeah, I said it, bust ass.
He keep trying. What I
But
noticed is he keep trying to change the focal point of what we been talking about. He keep on. He would still give. When he would change the topic
hmm
that he was talking about and trying to give us explanation, he would get that energy high. Because Kyrie, we talking about Kyrie and how he bring KD and Harden to the Nets. They only come to the Nets for you. And when he was talking about that point, his energy was real high. Because I feel like he still got this disdain for Kyrie. But then he circled back around to Aaron, he wasn't that high. You know what I mean? He calmed it
Hey,
back down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, damn, dog, you keep that same energy, man. Like you do you think there's I wanted to ask this question. Do you think there's any merit to being harder on brothers than it is anybody else?
I think for us in particular, we got to be able to be unbiased, and have the same energy, just like J. Wo said, for every situation that you feel that way about something. So if a brother does something and you want to criticize him for it, if a white dude does something similar, you got to criticize him the similar way, man. You can't be out here and he shows it a lot. Like I said, man, because I watched him over the years, but when you react in that way, we already know what time it is with you,
Hmm.
and it's amazing to watch, man, because it's conditioned. Because you conditioned to be that way, like just like how you said just now when he was talking to Jay Will, and I remember the part you were talking about where he tried to do that. What about us?
Hmm.
Because they've been talking about Aaron Rodgers, and then he slided towards Kyrie and KD and everybody else, and he had nothing else to do with Aaron Rodgers lying and
Hmm.
his energy about it, But he tried to throw that in there just to get everybody off that subject and to make it seem like he making some type of point with the shit,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
you know. And that's the type of tricks and the trades that he done learned from these type of people that make him be like, I can't go at them like that because they done taught me all this stuff. They done put me in this position. You got to remember, man, where Stephen A. came from to where he at right now. Stephen A. is the face of ESPN right now,
He is.
and that's crazy because I never thought that shit would happen.
I know, right?
But
Controversial as he could
yeah,
be, or polarizing. They're
yeah,
not controversial, but polarizing.
yeah, because he used to be controversial, but now
Hmm.
he's polarizing. Because at first, Stephen A. been down at first. If you go look at the tapes way back a long time ago, he was down. But I don't know what happened between him having his own show and getting in that trouble and them boys sitting his ass straight. But that Stephen A is totally different from this one right now, man.
I want to
Totally
ask.
different.
I want to ask you this question, right? So, and this is thinking along the lines of tough love. Damn. So you know how? Let's say you got a family member, right?
Yeah.
And your family member, you care about your family member. So when your family member fuck up or do something that you don't like, you're gonna be tough on them. You're gonna be hard on them. Yada yada yada. But when somebody that's not your family member, some random person you don't know, or don't are not as close to, you're not as tough for them. You're gonna say something, but you may not be as hard nosed on them as you would your family member. Do you think that uh, is an angle that can be applied to the situation with him being harder on the black people versus not so hard on non-black people?
No, no, that's not an angle he can use because he don't expose himself for what he really is. Because even if you won't react in that way, and you won't be tougher on the brother instead of the white cat, um, even at that, even during that time or whatever, you can still go talk to that brother since you feel that way because that analogy is like if I talking to my son, but as opposed to talking to a young dude on age with him that I probably work around or whatever, and I see him on a daily basis and just trying to talk to him.
Right.
Your level of love for that person is how hard you gonna go at that person and how hard you gonna treat them to get them to understand a certain thing. If you, the less you care about them, the less you gonna put energy into that.
Okay.
So for him, yeah. So and you gotta apply real love to that too because you're breaking somebody down to build them up. So you got to show that loving side too. And Stephen A. don't do that. He criticized a lot,
Mm.
and he called these dudes out their names or whatever. He said they're stupid and stuff like that. And you can't do that because it's hard enough to try to get at these youngsters and just talk to them on some positive shit. But when you criticizing them, they really gonna shut you out.
Mm.
So it's counterproductive. And you can just tell the difference, man. So no, he can't use that. He can't use
Okay.
that at all, man. What he need to do is just be genuine and be like, hey, listen, I done got spanked by ESPN. I'm their puppet right now, so I gotta, not go too hard with the white dudes, because if I go too hard with the white dudes, they're gonna put me in the office
Mm.
and they gonna be something. And I don't feel like that. So
Yeah,
just be real, Steve.
I think he's like he's chosen his path, and his path currently is I'm a businessman. Like he's choosing the path of business, period, and that's where he's at with it. I'm a businessman. That's like I think that's at the top of his who I am priority list. I'm a businessman first, and then
Yeah, he
I'm a
is
black
fitted.
man second. That's what it
Yeah,
feels like to me. I'm not saying that's what he says, but that's what it feels like. He takes business first, and then being black comes close second to that.
well, cause you already know me. I'm saying that's what it is. I know. I can tell just by watching this cat, and he done said as much. Whenever you hear him talk about, you know, Even when we was talking about the protests last year and whatnot or whatever, what was he saying? Man, y'all gonna lose all this money. Y'all money this, money that. This, that, and the third. It ain't never about some type of stance or using your platform for something else way beyond financial gain or whatever. Everything with him is corporate. He's the corporate champ.
Yeah, very much so.
Like
and you know what?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna knock it. I ain't gonna knock that. If you saying you a businessman, but stand on that. Stand and say that that's the stance you taking it from a business standpoint. Don't try to act like you being for the people, but you still taking business first. You know what I'm saying? Because if you taking business first, the people can fall by the wayside. If you taking business first, sometimes you know what I mean. So you just say that. If you say that, I respect that. I might not agree with you or think whatever, but I respect it if you say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I know where you coming from, and you ain't got to be no BS or nothing like that or whatever. But
yeah, I
mean,
think
if you watch the dude, you can see clearly where he coming from in every situation.
Mm-hmm. He always try to make it seem like he's for the people. He's for the people. No, you for yourself. You for your business. And whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean? But I did think it was some bullshit for him not to keep that same energy. And I'm glad Jay Williams checked his ass on that.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Jay Williams. Doing anything. Coming along too, man. I see a lot of them young dudes on ESPN and other sports networks doing their thing. After life after sports, man. They thinking 10 steps ahead, and I dig that. Shout out to the young fella.
That's what's up. Shout out Jay Williams on that. Let's move on. You heard about your boy Henry Ruggs. It seems like this is a sports centered show, and we ain't really talking about sports. But Henry Ruggs III had a fatal car crash in Las Vegas that killed a young lady. I think the young lady was about 20 years old. And one witness said that they could hear the young lady screaming in the car as the fire broke out. And they couldn't. When they were trying to get her up, but when the fire started, they were unable to reach her, and they had to back off, and they could just hear the lady screaming. Man, very sad account of what happened. But what are your thoughts on Mr. Ruggs III and his fatal car crash and him being? I think he got released from the Raiders, right?
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, they had a second person. Somebody else just got released from, or at least in trouble from the Raiders from some incident about drunk driving.
Oh, because of the same incident, or
no? It's something else.
Okay, I got
something else. But,
man, listen, you got these young dudes in Sin City.
Sin City, that's right. It is right.
When they said they was moving the Raiders of all teams to Las Vegas, I said I was like, this is a bad idea, man.
The Raiders.
You got the Raiders. One of the most outlawed teams in the NFL, man. I can't lie, man. I got love for the Raiders, man. They one of them teams that you just kind of, idolize and be like, yeah, I kind of like them, though. I like how they do their thing or whatever. But you can't put them dudes in Las Vegas, man. And I was so hurt to hear this story, man, because Henry Ruggs only 22, 23, and the young lady was like 22 or 23. So 2 lives destroyed, just like that. And I just got to think about how alcohol just played into this whole thing, man. And
right.
It's just hard, man, because my situation, what's going on with me physically.
Yeah.
I don't knock enjoying yourself and having some drinks and being out and doing your thing, man. But nowadays these young cats gotta they gotta rein it in, man, and be responsible, especially when you rich like that and you got everything ahead of you, man. Henry Ruggs was about to be a superstar.
Because it ain't like you can't afford an Uber. You can afford an Uber.
Right, but then again, you got to think about it like this, too. Think about when, and I always like to try to do this, when I was 23 and I had money like him and I just bought a CR7 Corvette. You ain't want to ride no Uber. You want to show that Corvette off? Yeah, man, listen, you want to ride down plenty of streets 10 miles an hour with the windows down so everybody can see you in that car and they can know that that's your ride, dog.
That's
I understand.
That's true.
Yeah.
But the difference in his situation is this was late at night after all the partying. He wasn't cruising. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to get someplace. He was trying to get someplace and driving. How fast you say he was driving? You told me this earlier.
He was he been traveling at 156, man.
156 miles an hour. You ain't trying to let
Yeah.
nobody see you in that. You just speeding. Nigga, you just speeding. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's
You
different.
but you know what it is though. At the same time, you showing off too. You know, because of course you drunk and you got a superpowered sports car like that, man. Listen, and you already seen me drive in regular cars, dog. So to be 23 and get behind the wheel or something like that, and I ain't trying to make no excuse for him or nothing like that. Please believe. But I just trying to put everybody into the mindset of a 23-year-old young man who rich. He rich playing the sport that he loves, and he basically got the world in the palm of his hands, man. He think he indestructible.
I got a question about that.
Yeah.
Where the
Yeah.
fuck was his friends?
That's a good question.
Who was with him?
Apparently, I think they said that somebody was with him, or was he by himself?
I don't know. I didn't. I had the story, but I dropped it. I closed the damn
Yeah,
tab. But
they ain't
anyway.
because they ain't never really said if somebody was with him. But apparently, from what we can gather, he was by himself. You know.
Oh, okay.
And that, like you said, that's a bad part in it too, because that time of night you really traveling by yourself as an NFL star.
Yeah,
You got
that's
nobody else with you.
shouldn't have been by itself. In that type of situation. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Yeah, man. And the sad man, definitely, prayers going up for that young lady. She had a bright future ahead of her too. And
Yeah, man. 20 years old, man. Young. Just a couple years younger than him. Shit.
right, exactly, and
It was fucked up, man. It was just fucked up all over the place, man. I didn't like it. I mean, I hate that he has to go through that, because I mean, I understand how that can be. You know what I mean? That type of scenario can be when you decide, fuck that, I'm gonna drive. But driving 156 miles an hour, man, that's like really excessive, bro. That's over the top. And when you drunk, you don't really have control over those thoughts at that time. But man, hearts go out to both families, hers and hers, man. I'm sorry to hear about
no
it.
doubt.
I mean, I make no excuse for him. What he did was wrong. Period. But anyway, let's move on to something else, sir.
Yeah, moving on.
Let's move on to this topic, and we don't. Let's move on to this topic. I don't want to say nothing else about it. Is it a good time to be a man right now? I want you. You asked me this question, or you posed this question. You didn't ask. You posed the question, and I want you to give some. Why is this question on your mind right now, sir?
Well, in light of the last few weeks, I've been seeing men get attacked. Good men out there just doing their thing, just working hard. And there's rewards far in between. Like a couple of weeks ago, we talked about dads on duty down there in Shreveport, Louisiana. Shout out to them dudes, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it's rare that we get any type of accolades like that. And thinking about guys men like Dave Chappelle, and people like this, they're getting attacked from all sides. And seem like we can say nothing, do nothing. We just really there for financial support. The daddy knows best moniker is gone. It's no more, I'm gonna tell your daddy when you get home, because the kids ain't afraid of that.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out if being a man is harder now as compared to maybe when our dads or our age, or even their dads were, our age, our granddad, trying to get a pull on that, a feel. But I think I can say it's harder now, man.
Think so?
Yeah, because it's more cerebral and it messes with your mind and your mentality more now than I think like back then, because I think a lot of dudes go through mental stress and they have mental health problems undiagnosed, and you're just rough for them right now, But I don't know. I think it's harder now, man. I posed the question you ain't never answered, so I'd like to know what you think, man.
I didn't answer. Well, first off, it's always tough to be the man. I mean, because the man has a lot of expectations on them across the board. There's a lot of expectations, and at the end of the day, it feels like it's always the man's fault why something isn't whatever. You know what I mean? It's never the woman's fault, and I'm not trying to say that it should be the woman's fault. I'm just saying that that's just the dynamic of how things go. When shit is wrong, blame it on the man. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. But it's always tough to be a man. So is it a good time to be a man? It's always a good time to be a man. You know what I mean? Because the world needs men. I don't give a fuck how the world try to frame or try to make us look bad, this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, they still look to us. Still look to us to say, what should we do? How should we do?
Damn right.
You know what I mean? So it's always a good time to be a man. Now, what kind of man you are, that's always up for debate. You know what I mean? What type of man you should be. I am spitballing because I'm trying to find the right answer for your question, but,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, it's just the you know what the problem is? I think what the issue is that men have been so dominant, right, over the centuries, millennia, however you want to time frame it. We've always been looked at as the head, right? And quite frankly, the world, civilization, humans in and of itself, we kind of fucked up, right? We in fucked up places because of certain men that were in quote unquote charge. Now, even though those men aren't were leading and steered us down bad paths, that doesn't mean that all men are bad. You know what I mean? Those just happen to be the men that were in charge that made those bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, all men get hit with the whole shit about the disgruntlement. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know the word. People upset. So all men get the blame. You know how women be. You know how women be. Ain't no good men out here because she only say that because of the men she deal with, but she'll say ain't no good men. You know what I mean? So we all gotta kind of take that. No, we all get that. But I don't think it's. I mean, we are who we are. We do what we do, and I feel like we are. What it is we're filtering out the bad ones. That's all we're doing right now. We're slowly filtering out the bad ones. We have better ways to identify them. We're identifying them, and we're saying we don't need you in charge no more. We don't need you in no position of power anymore. Let's move you out the way. Let's get better people in positions of power. You know what I mean? Whether that be another man, whether it be a woman, don't matter. But let's weed out the bad apples. So I think we're just in a process. You know what I mean? It's just a process that's going to take a lot of time. So I will not say it's a bad time to be a man. I think it's always a good time to be a man. It's just we're in the middle of a process where we're not looked at as being that guiding light. So it feels weird. It feels worse than it was, or whatever the case may be. But we good, baby. We good. I think we good.
Right.
As long as we got good men like me, you, and a lot of other brothers we know, a lot of other men we know, doing what they supposed to be doing and stepping up to the plate, man, we fine. We good, baby.
There you go. And that's what I like to hear, and I didn't answer my own question, but yes, it's always a good time to be a goddamn man. Don't ever forget it. That's why we always getting challenged. You'll never hear a man say, I could do exactly what a woman could do. No. You're going to hear a woman say, I could do what a man could do. No. In most cases, you can't.
And you know what? Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. I'm tired of everybody trying to do what everybody else do. That's not how this shit works. That's not how this shit works. Look, women are strong. There's no doubt about that. Women are highly strong. They can endure certain pains that men can't. But men can endure certain pains that you can't. The point is, be a team. You play your role, we play our role. Whatever that role is, I'm not trying to define your role. I'm not saying that. But if we're both doing the same thing, then who's doing the other shit? You know what I'm saying? You supposed to do what I can't do. I'm supposed to do what you can't do. That's what makes a team. You know what I'm saying? You be good at what you do. I'll be good at what I do. and we bring that together, and we both do this shit together, man. Stop trying to do it. Stop trying to do what we do, or you know what I'm saying? Like, differentiate yourself. Be different.
You know what it is, guys? You know
What's
what
the
it is,
problem
guys?
being different?
I'm gonna tell you what you're trying to say, cuz. Stop being Russell Westbrook, ladies. Stop being Russell Westbrook.
What? Wait, you gotta explain that one to me. Say that again.
Stop being Russell Westbrook.
What that mean?
Stop trying to ball hog, get all the glory. Stop trying to do everything. I thought you were gonna catch on to that one.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you know, my point is, like, I'm not saying, I'm not in any way, shape, or form, I'm not saying that women can't do what men do. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that when you have your set of skills and things you're good at, okay, cool. You be good at that. I will be good at this set of skills. We both don't need to be good at the same thing. Because if we both good at the same thing, huh? What? What's the R word? What's the R word? Role? Yeah. Play your role. Yeah, I mean, play your role. Play your role. But you have to understand what your role is in whatever that dynamic scenario, relationship, whatever that is. You have to define that with the people you're involved with. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be the homemaker or the housewife, or if you're gonna be the breadwinner, you know what I'm saying, and whatever the case may be, you have that discussion with the people you're involved with. If you're going to be the manager at your business or CEO of your company, you know what I mean, or supervisor or whatever your role is, you have that conversation with the people that are directly affected by that, and you easily define, right, I'm doing this, you do that, yada, back and forth. Define that, and then you play like that. Stop trying to make everybody do the same shit. I can do the same thing you do. But why? I'm already fucking doing it. Go do something else. You know what I'm saying? Do what I can't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of this. Everybody want to be equality as far as genders. It's not meant to be that way. Genders weren't meant for everybody to do the same fucking thing. Equality is meant for ethnicities of people in general. Just people on the same platform. But men and women aren't supposed to do the same shit. You do you. I do me, but we discuss what it is that we both do. That's how we come together as a fucking team to win. God damn, that should be. It's so baffling. But you know what? I went off on a rant, man. I'm sorry, but
yeah. Keep it going. I told you I was gonna finally get you to go off on one of these goddamn shows. That's right.
Like, what the fuck,
Undress them. Yeah, get them.
Shit is irritating, man. Everybody trying to do the same thing. I can do it just as good as you. Why?
Yeah, they biting.
Why you want to do it? I'm already fucking doing it. It's just so stupid. Anyway, so yeah, it's great to be a man, sir. It's great to be a man. I think that's why I was starting out.
I can tell. Yeah, I can tell. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Y'all heard it right here, primarily speaking.
Oh, that's right. Oh my goodness. But anyway, man, let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Yeah. Calm down, cuz. Calm down.
You know, we just lost an hour. We lost an hour overnight. Now I didn't realize that shit till this morning. Daylight savings and shit.
Wait a minute, so you woke up this morning?
I wake up this morning and I look at my cell phone and it had the right time. And then I look at my watch like a couple hours later. I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss something? What happened?
You know my time fast.
Like, damn, I wasn't bad last night. What happened? God damn, we sure lose an hour, people. And you know, South Carolina has they either got legislation coming or have already passed legislation to get rid of daylight saving time. You know that, right?
Oh, you see the shit I'm talking about when I mean the arrogance of man. Like, it already been getting dark earlier down here anyway before even this shit happened this weekend.
It'll be dark year round now.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I kind of dig this time. You know, some people don't like it because it gets dark earlier. But you know, I like the night. You know, give me the night. You know, so
I'm a night owl, but I don't like driving at night. So I don't like really being out and about at night. I like being up late at night, but not being out and about at night.
I got you. I mean, you know, I still dig it. I don't go out like how I used to at nighttime no more, but I still hang out. You know, so it's still a nice thing. I always love the night. I dig this time right now.
Yeah, well, Because did you know? Fun fact, quick fun fact. Did you know that China only has one time zone?
For real?
They span 4 time zones. They span across 4 time zones, but they only recognize one time zone.
Oh, they backwards as hell.
And they are, we got 4 time zones in America. They are width-wise, they're wider than the United States. They only got one fucking time zone. I don't know. It's fun fact that I learned the other day. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's move on.
That's one to grow
on. One to grow on. Let's move on. I'm gonna save that other topic for next week. We're gonna do that one next week.
Oh yeah, that's a teaser.
Teaser.
Like we getting up there, y'all. Yeah, a little teaser for next time.
We gonna and just the tease, just to give you the tease, we gonna say how much blame is on the parents when it comes to bad kids. Just a little teaser. Just a little teaser.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we jump into sit your ass down?
No, because I ready to sit the fuck down. Who I ready to sit the fuck down, man.
Okay, all right. Let's roll on over. Let's get it into sit your ass down. Let's do it.
I get to go first.
You
right?
go first, sir.
Okay. We talked about him earlier. Aaron. We need to sit him down. We need to sit him down. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Aaron had the nerve to go out here, play some football, talking about he's immunized. He didn't take one vaccine whatsoever, man. Not one vaccine whatsoever. And I'd like to know how he found out that one of the ingredients in all 3 of the vaccines is he allergic to. I sure want to know that. And you know what else I want to know? Why he didn't say this from the beginning? Yeah. Why he didn't just tell everybody, I can't take the vaccine because there's an ingredient that I'm allergic to or whatever. He got that dumbass voice now, thinking he's a hippie and shit or whatever. Listen, Aaron Rodgers should be suspended for a lengthy amount of time from playing football. He should be fined.
He's a rude motherfucker. You know that?
So what? when you got people like this, you got cause to be rude against them, man, because he's an ignorant motherfucker. Man. He put a lot of people in danger, man. People in the Packers organization. At the party he went to dressed like John Wick, all that shit, man. This one of the most irresponsible thing I've ever seen. This man lied about being vaccinated, y'all. And y'all mean to tell me I can't get rude with him? I
ain't mad at it. I'm just calling it what it is. I ain't saying you wrong for it. I'm just saying.
I'm glad you put it out flat because I laid it down quite flat. Aaron Rodgers, sit your ass down, man. Anybody got time for that dude, man? Overrated anyway. Yeah, give it to him, cuz. Yeah.
That was funny. All right. Thank you for that. Sit your ass down, sir. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I sit your ass down for this week. Go to Stephen A. Smith. Smith, man. Stephen A. Smith need to sit your ass the fuck down. Here's why, man. It's basically because your energy don't match, man. And even though I posed the question earlier about, tough love for your own versus not your own, I agree with you, Riggs. I was just questioning to see whether or not it holds any water. But I agree with you. No, this ain't the situation where you being tougher on your brother. You know what I'm saying? That's not one of these situations, man. With Aaron Rodgers flat out lying about his status, that didn't give anybody else an opportunity to make certain decisions for themselves. You know what I'm saying? If they know you were playing unvaccinated or something like that, then they could decide, well, I don't want to play with this guy unvaccinated if they want to be vaccinated or whatever the case may be. You took other people's ability to choose certain things away from them. You know what I mean? Whereas Kyrie, he was flat out honest with you, like, this is where I stand. And for you, Stephen A. Smith, to jump on that man, down that man's neck about his decision, even though being honest, and you may have had valid points about it, but you don't have that same energy for somebody that lied and put people's lives in jeopardy. And we say lies because people are dying from this COVID. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just getting sick. People are actually dying from this shit. You know what I mean? And you took people's ability to choose away. I think you should keep that same energy, brother. The way you jump on the brothers, man, that shit ain't right, bro. And I think that was some bullshit for you to do. And how who was that? Kwame Brown called him out and say, man, you know, he was on some coon ass shit behind that. So, yeah. Stephen A. Smith, you need to sit your ass the fuck down. We don't appreciate that here on Primarily Speaking. We not with that bullshit. Yeah. And real quick before we wrap it up, I have to give another shout out. I have to keep saying it, man. To John Eisenman. I'm proud of this man. He deserves a round of applause, man. A big round of applause for going out there and doing what all fathers talk about doing. We talk about this shit. But he went out there and did it. You know what I'm saying?
He did that shit.
He did it. So I have the utmost respect for him. Hey, shouts out to you, brother, man. Hey, we love you over here. Primarily Speaking, we got your back, bro. We got you.
Yeah,
and
he pulled a straight up Brian Mose, dog. We love him for that. Brian Mose is the dude in Taken. If y'all don't know that,
that's his name, Brian. I was wondering. I was always just saying Liam Neeson.
Yeah, that's all people say is Liam Neeson character. Liam Neeson in Taken.
Brian Mills, yeah. Our real life Brian Mills, baby. John Eisenman. Remember that name? Motherfucker's a hero. But that's my sit your ass down. Man, sit your ass down for this week. So, yep, that's it, man. That's it. Anything else you want to say to the people, man, before we tie a knot in this?
I'm glad we called out Stephen A. You know, and Aaron Rodgers at the same time, because he always be all over that man nutsack, you know, and I hate to break it down old school like that, but that's the plain and simple of it. He's all on his nutsack. Yeah, he's gargling it, you know. But yeah, I'm glad we called him out. And shout out to J. Woe. If y'all see J. Woe off the shows, any shows on ESPN, y'all know it's because of Stephen A. Because he will get you fired.
Yes, sir.
Max Kellerman.
Max Kellerman. Oh man, yeah, man. So that's it, man. That's our show for this week, man. This was a short one. It was actually right on time. Actually, we right in good time, so we did good.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute, hold up, cuz. Yeah, hold up, cuz. I got one more thing to say. Get vaccinated.
Oh Lord, I agree, but you know, you just gotta say it every time. You just gotta say it every time, right?
That's right. Get vaccinated.
That's your sign off. Get vaccinated.
Yeah, that's my sign. That's my sign off. We adults. Let's act like get vaccinated.
Well, as always, man, I have been your host with the most, man, with the gas, Mr. Poppin' 2 quarters. Let me get in that ass. It is your boy Prime in the motherfucking building.
And without a doubt, I am the total package. Captain Carolina, if you will. Please believe I love Carolina.
Yes,
doing it
sir.
once again, bring you another hard episode, and we're going to do it even bigger next week. Please believe that. Prime, take us out, please.
We are out of here, man. Another episode, another exciting episode of Primarily Speaking. You know where to find us. We on Facebook, we on YouTube, we on SoundCloud, we on Anchor FM, we on Spotify, we on Apple Podcasts, Primarily Speaking, Primerily Speaking, no spaces, underscores, or dashes. Holla at your boy, man. Holla at your folk. We will see you motherfuckers next time. Deuces.
We good. It's alright. We good. It's alright. We good. It's alright. We good. It's alright.
Running races around the races, got 499 and come around. Meet me at the finish line. That's where it's going down. Shadow dreams for propaganda. Promises by the Village Center. Better watch who make the deal. Lucrative for $3 bills. Between me and you, the naked eye can see that ain't real. A setup maybe do kids squeal. Infestation on Capitol Hill. Let that would have been you and that would have been thug this and thug that. Now tell me where's the lie. But that all cool. Global news for the blind. Televise the real fools. Devils in the details. The bird wings coming to. No lies, all true. No lies, all true. That's the fact about Camelback. No lies, all true.
We good.